Fantastic. Yes. Evening, everyone. Hello. Fantastic stuff. It's great to have you all on board. Thank you, everyone, at home and in the studio now. Now, Norway sends us a joke Christmas tree. Drivers now face fines for dressing as Santa. And a man needs hospital treatment for having a bomb stuck up his bum. This is Free Speech Nation. What's not to love? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Free Speech Nation with me, Patrick Christys. As you can see, Andrew Doyle is taking the night off, and I can tell that a lot of you feel very let down by that. In fact, I think it's fair to say I haven't disappointed this many men and women in one evening since the first time I went dogging. It's been a busy week. We're away. It's been a busy week in the weird and wonderful world of news. Employees have managed to find a new way of being offended in the workplace. Apparently, a campaign group called #MyNameIs thinks the mispronunciations of workers' names is a microaggression committed by bosses. They're calling for every single workplace to have phonetic name badges, so there's no excuse now for getting it wrong. Where I went to school, there were some people with challenging names, but for very different reasons. It's fair to say that we gave Mr. Boner a rather hard time. He'd had to go into teaching after he was rather unfairly cancelled by the Mr. Men book franchise. Anyway, and of course, there was this lad in the year below me, a dildo. I personally had very little to do with him, but in recent years, it turns out a lot of my female friends get on very well with a dildo. And in fact, they said he was very useful during lockdown. This week, also, the civil service was criticised for trying to educate its staff on trans issues using, get this, a genderbread man. I think we can see him. There he is. Look at that. So you love to see it. So as you can see, he's got a rainbow brain in every single piece of genitalia under the sun. Unfortunately, critics have said that the whole idea was a bit half-baked. I know, not my best. All right, there's other stuff coming up. But anyway, right. Apparently the civil service is using the help of a pro-trans group called Global Butterflies, who demand that companies have to show their trans credentials. So like the trans Stasi. Stop right there, boss of HSBC. Show me your pro-trans papers or we'll send you to the gulags. Which is ironic, because I thought most trans men actually wanted to cut their gulags off. But anyway, there's been more COVID madness. Omicron, ladies and gents, which is a strain of the virus that, as yet, hasn't actually killed a single person. Well, it's meant that Boris Johnson is looking at bringing in more rules, more restrictions and more curtailments on our civil liberties. Apparently, our Prime Minister is going to decide whether or not he'll cancel Christmas on December the 18th. So, potentially, no family gatherings. No Father Christmas coming down the chimney. Which is strange, because I imagine Boris Johnson can relate to a man who lets himself into strangers' houses in the evening, empties his sack and then leaves. Anyway, one massive bone of contention has been about mask wearing. You can be fined hundreds, even thousands of pounds if you don't wear your mask on public transport. Most people have complied. Some people, like me, unfortunately, seem to forget to put one on a regular basis, while other people have engaged in quiet, civil disobedience. But not this lot. Take a look at this.
Do you know, wearing a mask is like trying to keep a fart in your trousers. Wearing a mask is like trying to keep a fart in your trousers. Wearing a mask is like trying to keep a fart in your trousers. Wearing a mask is like trying to keep a fart in your trousers. Wearing a mask is like trying to keep a fart in your trousers. What is it like? It's like trying to keep a fart in your trousers. What?
Well, at least they're happy, anyway. So, as mandatory vaccinations are being brought in right across Europe, people have been left wondering why governments have been able to simply make the case, why they've not been able to make the case to their citizens that people should voluntarily get the jab. This is a video, I believe, from Australia, which is designed to convince people to do just that, and frankly, it might explain why.
Vaccine, just a little jab, don't worry, mate. It's not that bad. Small price to pay for proven protection that could save your ass from a COVID infection.
Yeah, science has done it again. A new solution to the mess that...
That's just about enough of that, I think, isn't it? But this video actually led to a spate of people asking if it was possible to be devaccinated. But anyway, there we go. we've been moving away from whatever kind of horror show that was. We've been mugged off by the Norwegians yet again. Every year, Norway sends us a fir tree to place in Trafalgar Square to symbolise the kinship between our great country and their teeny tiny little pathetic one. For some reason, they obviously now hate us. Just take a look at this. I mean, I've never seen a Christmas tree with manic depression before, but there it is. Look at it, standing proud. That's the best the Norwegians could offer, apparently. But it got me thinking, why do we allow the Norwegians to treat us like this? So I've designed a new feature, ladies and gentlemen. It's called What the Flipping Heck Has Norway Ever Done For Us? That's great. Beautiful women. And that's it for Norway. So thank you very much, Norway. Really great to have you on board. Really appreciate all your efforts. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to the only ever episode of What the Flipping Heck Has Norway Ever Done For Us. But I've left an absolute classic of a free speech nation topic for last this evening. Cambridge University's Wolfson College forced students to do a mandatory anti-racism class that was designed to introduce more tolerance and a more progressive, liberal attitude to the college. But now some students have leaked the mandatory anti-racism class idea with the press. And can anyone guess how the Students' Union might have reacted? Well, yes, that's right. They've launched a witch hunt vowing to find and ban the leakers from parts of the student life. A metaphorical burning at the stake of people who believe in a free press by a bunch of Maoist thugs in short trousers. You stay woke, Cambridge. You stay woke.